Hey friends, it's Judy Klock here, your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Middletown, Virginia. I am coming to you today for another quick video tutorial. And I am so excited because today I got a Stampin' Up! Package, and in it was the new early release suite of products that will be in the January to April 2024 mini catalog. This is the stamp set they will be using for on stage at home in November, and demonstrators had a chance to order this early. So anybody who registered for on stage has a chance to order this. So it's called the Be My Valentine Suite, Be Mine, and it's got this cute little stamp set. It's got this beautiful Poppy Parade ribbon. It's got these, what are these? These are adhesive backed hearts and flowers. It looks like Poppy Parade or Petal Pink, Daffodils Light, and Pool Party are the colors that are in the suite. It also came with the Bumblebee punch, which I don't know where I put mine right now. And of course, it has gorgeous designer series. Oh, there's my punch. It's got the Bumblebee Builder punch, which we're going to be using tonight. I keep forgetting to switch my camera. Let's go back. So now it's got the cute Bumblebee Builder punch, which we're going to be using. And I know the light glare is kind of bad there. Then we've got the Be My Valentine stamp set. Again, trying to put it where we don't have that terrible ring light. We've got the pretty Poppy Parade and white ribbon. So really pretty. This is pretty. It makes a nice bow. And we've got the adhesive back flowers and hearts. And again, Pool Party, Daffodils Light, Petal Pink, and Poppy Parade are the predominant colors. Let's look at that gorgeous designer series paper. And I know I'm supposed to be getting ready for Christmas and Halloween and Thanksgiving and yada, 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 yada. But when this came today, I just couldn't wait to play with it. So this is the designer series paper. So on one side, it's got the cute little bees, and then it's just got some plain, sort of geometric patterns. We've got the checked. Again, we've got more bees. There's your Pool Party. This has got just like the honeycomb, the Petal Pink honeycomb. I don't know if you can see that. This has some flowers. So really, some of these you can use for more than in stripes. You can use these for more than Valentine's Day. Aren't these bees cute? Some hearts. So you can use these for birthdays. You got honey, lots of honey jars. And then again, just, a solid color with some designs on it. And more of our bees and flowers. Then again, just some flowers. So I think there's a lot of versatility with this set. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we're doing. So our simple stamping is just going to be, we're going to use that adorable honeybee punch. I'm going to punch out the sentiment with our dual oval punch. And we're just going to make a very simple card with just our stamps, inks, and papers, and using a few of our punches. And then we're going to step it up with the addition of the embossing folder. This is one from our 3D Basics collection. It was an online exclusive, and those are the flowers. And I thought that would kind of fit in with the theme of our honeybee. And then I did something different, and I put the ribbon on the inside. All right, let's go. Hey, Claudette, how are you doing today? So let's go ahead and get started. Now, if you sign up and get a starter kit during October, which is really the most fabulous deal I have ever seen, you will get a free registration for OnStage, and then I'd have to check, but I think you would be eligible to order this suite of products if you want to get it before everybody else. All right, so I did take the liberty of stamping the wings on the vellum earlier because I knew it was going to take a while for those to dry. So I just took the wing stamp, which is this, and I stamped this in Pool Party on the vellum, and then I set it aside to dry because I knew that was going to take a little bit of time. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to stamp with our Poppy Parade. I'm going to stamp the Be Mine on that little white oval. We got it right there. Let me get this larger piece of white out of the way. I'm just going to stamp Be Mine. Okay, and then on the inside, we're going to stamp You Make My Heart Buzz. Okay, And then I did take our pool party and I just stamped a little flower. I just wanted to stamp a little flower kind of right above our words. Okay, so the last thing we have to stamp is we need to stamp, well, we have a couple more things to stamp. We're done with our poppy parade. You know me, I am a mess with my inks. So let's stamp our bee body on our Daffodil Delight. Okay, now make sure you get that. This is black, so sometimes black is hard. So you got to make sure you get a really good cover on your stamp. Okay, and we've got that done. Now, if you ever, like, see how I've got a little bit of like yellow there? Take your Stampin' Right marker and just kind of dot that in and fill in that to get it a little bit darker. My marker's all the way over across the room, so I'm not going to do that right now, but that's a little hack that you can do anytime you're stamping with black and you don't really get good adhesion. Just take your Stampin' Right black marker and just kind of dot that in, and that'll fix that all up. All right, now we want to stamp some of our honeycombs. I'm just going to stamp these in our petal pink, kind of right on the front of our card. And I just did this, I don't know, just because sometimes I think the fronts are a little too plain. So I just want to, and if you're wondering, I do have my Stampin' Pierce mat under here. So I'm getting good adhesion or a good surface to stamp my photopolymers on. All right, and the last thing we're going to stamp is that line, the bee line, I'm calling the bee line, on our petal pink. And you'll notice I kind of strategically placed my honeycombs so I know where to place my little dotted line. And it's going to kind of go there. There we go. All right. So now that we have all our stamping done, let's go ahead and put our card together. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is let me put the inside piece in. Ooh, I just started a brand new Stampin' seal because my other one literally just finished up right as I was finishing my sample card. And usually I have way more time, but this came in late. You know, I had to cook dinner and clean up, and so I didn't have a lot of time before today's live to prepare. But I knew I wanted to play with this set. I was so excited when it came. All right, we're going to take, I have a piece of the Designer Series paper here. This is 1.5 by 5.5. And I'm going to mount it on a piece of Poppy Parade that is 1 3/4 by 5.5. So just a little tiny bit of that beautiful Poppy Parade is going to show. So what do you think? Do you think you like this set? Is it a nice little break from Christmas, Halloween, Thanksgiving, and everything else? Who is excited to see what is coming in the new mini catalog? I feel like we just got this one. And okay, so this is a little bit longer. So I'm just going to take my paper snips and snip that up. Okay, there we go. Now I want to take my ribbon and I'm going to run it the length of this strip of paper. So I'm going to measure it. Okay, let's measure it once. This is 5.5. You're probably going to need about 6 1/4 inches, not much. Because what we're going to do is we're going to put some adhesive on the top and on the bottom. And we are going to wrap this around like so. And now we're ready to put that on our card front. Oops. All right. I guess I should have taken my Stampin' Pierce mat out from underneath, but we're going to do more stamping. So now I'm going to put this on my card front, right? I'm going to match my top and bottom edges. All right. Then I'm going to take another little piece, maybe about, I don't know, 4 5 inches. Okay, not much. And I want to tie this in a knot right around the top. Okay, we're just going to tie that maybe in a little knot. Okay, and then I'm just going to trim up my edges I'm going to cut them on an angle, right? So they just look, I think everything looks a little bit fancier when you cut it on an angle. All right, let's go ahead and punch out our honeybee and our wings. Oh, I forgot to stamp his face. Well, we'll stamp that after we punch him to make sure we align it correctly. Our honeybee needs a face for sure. Okay, so that looks good. There we go. Now we've got our honeybee body. Now you could also stamp this like on basic white if you didn't want to use the Daffodil Delight. I kind of cheated and I just used the Daffodil Delight and stamped on the honeybee stripe because I told you I'm like kind of a lazy stamper. I like to do things quickly and easily, and if there's a easy way versus a hard way, I'm taking the easy way every time. All right, let's punch out our wings. These are dry now, so we can punch out our wings. And again, just kind of watch where you're punching. All right, there we go. And we're going to add these to the back of our bee. Okay, I'm just going to kind of put those on. So I'm going to put some Stampin' Seal on the back. And I'm just going to kind of place these where I think I want them. Okay, now we're going to add this to our card front with some Stampin' Dimensionals. I think this set is just so cute. I am absolutely in love. And I'm not normally a bee person. There was that Queen Bee set in the annual catalog that I was like, nah, I'm not really feeling that one. But this one, I don't know. This one I absolutely love. We're just going to put him right there. Just like there. And see how we're putting him like right over where those dotted lines are? Now let's go ahead and assemble our little sentiment. I can't wait to see what they're going to do at on stage with this. So like I was saying, right now with our join special, you can get your starter kit. You can either opt to get the 35% off, which means your starter kit would cost you $64.35 for $125 worth of products of your choice, right? You can pick out whatever you want, or you can get 35% more in your starter kit for $99, which means you can get $168.75 worth of product for $99. Shipping is always free on the starter kit. So if you missed our free shipping days, you can still get free shipping. And then you also get a free registration to our on-stage event, which is a $77 value. You also get a free paper pumpkin, which is like a $24.50 value. And you will also get like some business supplies and stuff. But the best is you really do get to pick out exactly what products you want. So if you wanted like the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, if you take the 35% more, basically you can pay $99 for your Stamp Cut and Emboss machine. All right, that is our first card. Isn't that adorable? Don't you just love this set? I love this set. I am so excited for this set. All right, let's go and do our second card. Okay, so again, I've got the pool party here. Now this I did from one of my sketch designs because, like I said, I was kind of in a hurry because I wasn't really prepared for this. So there's not a lot of stamping with this one. As a matter of fact, the only thing we're going to stamp is our sentiment, and I'm going to stamp that in our Poppy Parade. So this one says, "You are as sweet as honey." And this one is a good sentiment if you just, like if your friend did something nice for you and you just wanted to send them a little thank you note, this is great for that. So it doesn't have to be just for Valentine's Day. Somebody does something nice. Oh, aren't you sweet? Well, they're as sweet as honey, and there goes your thank you card. You got it all done. All right, so this is really a scrap that from when I cut down a piece of basic white to make my insides. This was just a leftover scrap, but it worked perfectly for this. So I couldn't even tell you. I think it's maybe, I don't know, half an inch wide. My paper's upside down. Yes, this is a half an inch wide. So if in case you were wondering, that's a half an inch. So I've got my card base here, standard 8.5, 5.5, 4 1/4 in Pool Party, basic white 4 by 5 1/4 for my inside. My upper layer is 4 by 5 1/4, and I embossed it with the Basics 3D embossing folders with the floral one. And I have another piece here. This is 1.5 inches by 4 inches. And then I've got 3 pieces here. These are 3 1/4. I'm sorry. These are 3/4 of an inch by about 2 inches. And we're just going to use those, put those little flags there. So let's go ahead and get started. I did want to put my ribbon on the inside of my card, you know, because sometimes I like to have my card inside dressed up. So, and this is a pretty narrow ribbon, so it works. Some of our thicker ribbons, it wouldn't work as well. So because this one is just a little over 1/4 of an inch, no, it is 1/4 of an inch. So because this one is 1/4 of an inch, it's narrow enough to go on the inside, and it's not going to, you know, take up a lot of space. So I thought that would work well for the inside. Like I said, sometimes I just like to go ahead and do that, change it up a little bit. Who is watching The Golden Bachelor? My daughter has gotten me hooked in it. So now she's in Ashburn, I'm in Middletown. So we sit there and we text as the show is going on. So she goes, "Are you going to be done in time for The Golden Bachelor?" I'm like, "I think so. I hope so." As you know me, fast and furious, get these cards done, make them pretty, get them done, because heaven knows we are all busy and we all have a lot of things to do. And I know sometimes you can feel a little guilty when you take a little too much time for yourself when you're a wife and mom and worker and daughter and aunt and whatever role you fill. Sometimes you really do feel guilty if you take time for yourself, even though we all deserve a little sort of rest and relaxation. All right, I am going to put some adhesive on the back here. I'm going to start with one of my, now the trick is to try to get these to be straight. So I'm going to try to use the lines on our grid paper here to kind of make sure I can get these somewhat straight. Okay, that one looks pretty good. I want to put this one on next. That one over there. Okay, and they're pretty close together. They're not right up against each other, but they're pretty close together. I'm going to move this down just a hair so I can put this one right up against that one. It's got to come down a little bit more. I want it to be sort of even. This is where a grid paper comes in really handy, right? I think I need a little bit more adhesive there. Okay. All right. This one's going down. It's so funny. I didn't realize I used the same paper, but both sides of it. So, okay. Let's move this down. I want that one to go kind of right there. Ooh. Well, now if you don't have this even, hold on. I moved that paper off of my grid line. Okay. All right, I think we've kind of got it. All right, let's see how we did. Okay, so not too bad. Those look pretty straight, right? They look pretty straight. All right, you're watching it. I'm so glad, Claudette. How's Miss Antoinette? Hopefully she's doing well. The packages for the October workshop are going in the mail tomorrow. I had to wait. Amazon delayed I needed new bubble mailers, and they're supposed to come yesterday, and Amazon did me dirty and didn't deliver them until today. So they're going out a day later than I would have liked, but they will be going out. Okay, so now we've got that. Let's pop this up with some dimensionals. Okay, so again, really the only thing that really made this card more advanced was the embossing folder, because otherwise this is really a very simple card. It's just that embossing folder that kind of brought it to the next level. So now we've got our little sentiment there. Let's go ahead and add some bling. I'm going to add 3 little hearts. Got a light pink. We got a melon mambo, or I think it's supposed to be, it looks kind of like melon mambo, but I think it's supposed to be that Poppy Parade. And there we've got that. And that, my friends, is our second card that we made using the new Be Mine product suite. I'm glad she's fine. I absolutely love this. I know I took a break from Christmas today, but this came in today and I just absolutely had to play with it. I hope you like this. Thank you so much for joining me. If you are watching this on replay, make sure you let me know where you're tuning in from. I really appreciate all of you. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of December. I'm at 812. So if you know of friends who might be interested in my videos and what I do, and you think they might jive with my personality, please do recommend me. And if you yourself have not yet subscribed, I would be so appreciative if you would subscribe to my channel and help push me over that 1,000 subscriber threshold. All right, that's it for me. Everyone have a great evening. Have a good weekend. Happy stamping.